It has been 3 weeks since Mahsa Amini died after falling into a coma following her arrest in Tehran by the morality police for allegedly breaching the Islamic Republic's strict dress code for women. And in the latest, Iran has said that an investigation into the death in custody of Mahsa Amini has found that she lost her life to illness rather than reported beatings that have sparked scores of protests in the country. The Iran's forensic organization in a statement said that Mahsa Amini's death was not caused by blows to the head and vital organs and limbs of the body. The medical report further stated that Amini's death was related to a brain tumor surgery at the age of 8. 22-year-old Mahsa Amini was taken into custody by the morality police for not complying with the mandatory hijab laws of the country. Amini was arrested by the police and allegedly beaten in the police van while being taken to a detention center. Before the medical report was released, the Tehran police had released a statement which said that she was already suffering from a heart problem and that she was never beaten in the custody, claims which were denied by Amini's father. Meanwhile, anger over Amini's death has triggered one of the biggest waves of demonstrations that have rocked Iran in almost 3 years, in a crackdown that has killed dozens of protesters.
Women setting their hijabs ablaze, people chanting anti-regime slogans. Pictures of the leaders defaced and burned. And vehicles belonging to the security forces set on fire. The images of the protests in Iran are indicative of the taboo-breaking nature of a movement. One that erupted after the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini. Iranian schoolgirls have come to the fore in protests, defying the lethal crackdown and staging rallies across the country. Some were even seen emptying classrooms and appearing at flash mob protests to avoid detection. As women-led protests stretched into the third week, Iran has widened its crackdown, rounding up high-profile supporters of the movement and imposing internet restrictions. According to reports, at least 93 protesters have been killed. Many believe that the number is likely to be higher. Iran's judiciary has now opened an investigation into the death of a teenager. Nikah Shakrami was reportedly killed during the protests. This as the parliamentary speaker warns that protests could destabilize Iran, urging the police to deal harshly with those endangering public order. Meanwhile, the Supreme Leader Khamenei blamed the US and Israel, accusing them of engineering the wave of nationwide unrest.
I say clearly that these riots and the insecurity were engineered by the US and the occupying false Zionist regime, as well as their paid agents, with the help of some traitorous Iranians abroad.
Iran also summoned Britain's ambassador for the second time, stepping up accusations of a Western role in the unrest. Since last month, the crackdown has drawn global condemnation. On Tuesday, the European Union joined the United States. They said they were looking to impose tough new sanctions.
Life, freedom.
Tehran, on the other hand, continues to blame the West. They say 8 foreign nationals have been arrested. For now, the protests continue for the third straight week. It is a nationwide movement, from university campuses to even tourist hubs. The Iranian regime is cracking down heavily on the protests. But the repression is only likely to intensify with time. What happens next? That is a story we will keep tracking for you. West Asia Bureau, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.